Thanks, guys. No sports slowed down this Easter Sunday, and neither did I, including the ending to Iowa baseball's 3-game series against Maryland. We start from the beginning of that series first, though. It was nothing but impressive from the start of Game 1. Friday night, it was Iowa against Maryland's All-American pitcher Mike Schwerin, but instead of looking towards him on the mound, it was actually Iowa's C.J. Eldridge who showed up to throw his first collegiate complete game. The sophomore allowed only 1 run on 6 hits and struck out 8 people.
Good. I mean, I established my fastball right away, and when you're able to do that, that helps a lot. It helps bring the off-speed along. But yeah, I felt good in the pen, felt good out there, and it was good to get some runs on board. These guys got me comfortable, and yeah, I felt good from the start.
The comfortableness came in the second inning from Eldred's teammates on offense. Robert Newstrom hit a 2-run triple off Maryland's Schwerin to give Iowa the 2-1 lead. Top of the lineup, center fielder Joel Booker hits a gem outside the walls for a 2-run home run, giving Iowa a 4-1 lead. The Hawkeyes went on to win 8-1 behind Eldridge himself.
It was more of a battle between the bats in the second game of the series on Saturday, with a little help from Iowa's ace pitcher Tyler Payton. I was at Duane Banks Field to see if Iowa could clinch their first Big Ten outing.
Normal was what described Tyler Payton on the mound on Saturday. After a tweak to the shoulder earlier in the season, the pitcher was limited pitches against Maryland, but went 5 full innings, allowing only 1 run.
I thought he looked normal today for the first time since Dallas Baptist, and that was a great sign. He did exactly what he needed to do. He gave us a great start.
I felt good. I felt like I could have thrown 3-4 more innings. I mean, to be honest, we're playing it safe right now, seeing that I can get back to 100% after maybe 1 or 2 more weeks.
The 4-1 win went to Nick Gallagher, though. The sophomore struck out 4 in 4 shutout innings.
Gallagher came in and was just fantastic out of the bullpen, and really pleased with Nick's effort. He's really growing each time he takes the mound.
The battle back and forth on the mound and at bat was all worth it once the 8th inning rolled around. It not only showed the team's toughness, but also how they're trying to work through the lineup to get everyone's at bats going in the right direction.
Talk a lot about when things aren't going good, just keep with the plan, stick with the plan, don't get caught up in things you can't control, and the game will come back to you. And that was a great example of today as how the game came back to us.
It was all about sacrifice. One from pinch runner Devin Pickett, who avoided a tagout with a slide, to a sacrifice bunt by Zach Daniels.
Those plays that people will go home, they'll forget about, won't even remember it. And if he doesn't make the good slide to avoid the tag, I mean, that inning completely changes.
The inning continued as it was the starting pitcher who hit a 2-run single to put Iowa up 3-1. A squeeze bunt by catcher Jimmy Francos sealed the deal for the series clinch.
Maryland threw some heat on Sunday to close up the series, and Iowa was unable to convert as they lost 4-1. I'll have the recap from that game on Monday's show, as well as a look at the positives that they took out of this weekend. Across the way at the Iowa Tennis Complex, the women's tennis team tried to bounce back in Big Ten play after dropping a close match to Wisconsin on Friday night. After a doubles win by Anastasia Remshkin and Zoe Douglas, it was up to adorable Huckleby and Amy Tarrant to clinch the double match point for Iowa to go up 1-0 on Minnesota. After a back-and-forth battle, Minnesota went up 6-5, and it was a little too late for Huckleby and Tarrant as Minnesota took the victory. As for the singles matchups, Iowa fell short and the Gophers took the match 4-3. The Hawks returned to the court for an in-state battle against Drake University on March 30th in Des Moines. As for the men's tennis team, they played host to the Gophers as well in doubleheader fashion on Easter Sunday. We will have that recap on Monday. Now, as March Madness is in full effect, as 2 teams punched their ticket to the Final Four on Saturday night, and both upsetting number 1 seeds. Oklahoma with the win over Oregon 80-68, and Villanova over Kansas 64-59. Iowa did see Villanova in that second round of the tournament, and some Hawkeyes earned some postseason recognition. Peter Jock and Jared Uthoff were named to the first and second team of the National Association of Basketball Coaches All-District 7th team, which represents some of the best basketball players across the country. Those two were definitely the offense to Iowa's season this year. Utah obviously showing interest in the NBA draft that is coming up on June 23rd. News broke last week, though, about Jock exploring his NBA options, something that could completely change the dynamic of Coach McCaffrey's squad next season, as Jock is the only returning starter. Nikki and Keaton, back to you.